Yes, yes, people, H-God, Beer Sports Talk, and we are back. Peeps, I'm back in the regular spot. Long-time viewers, y'all already know where this is at, where we at right now with it. You know what I mean? For those of y'all who don't know, I'm under the tent. Yeah, no car chronicles today. You know what I mean? Get off a little bit early and decide, say, yo, I gotta drop a special one today. Why is this one special? Because people, today is the eve of the world's greatest competition starting back. For those of y'all who don't know what I'm talking about, tomorrow is the beginning of the 2025-2026 Premier League season. I'm excited. Millions of people around the world is excited. So say, yo, I'm have to bring my Premier League predictions for the new season. So, I took the time and the liberty to, sit down, write out who is it I think is going to do what, and how it's just going to turn out, you know what I mean? I picked the top 4, I picked the relegated teams, and everything in between. You get me? So, I'm not gonna leave waiting for too long, and I'm gonna drop it. Now, the way I'm gonna do it first is I'm gonna do the relegated teams first, in no particular order, because it could go anyways, but it's just the teams I think that are going to be relegated. Then I'll do lower half of the table. Then I'll do from 10 to 5, and then I'll do the top 4 in order, of course. You feel me? So without further ado, let's kick it off like this. So, for the relegated teams this season, I have going down Wolves, Burnley, and Brentford. And I'll give you a small insight into the reason as to, I'll do this for every team. So I'll give you why it is I think these 3 teams specifically are going to get relegated, starting with Wolves. Now, the reason why I think Wolves is going to end up getting the drop is they already struggled a bit last season, right? They were not, for anybody who have the, trusted notepad and pen down for keep everything, balanced and level. So, Wolves. I think Wolves are going to go down because last season they already had a rough season. They were very poised at one point to go down, but they scraped through and they made it out, right? So they were already close to the drop zone already, and they lost undoubtedly their best player, the guys whose goals basically saved them last season, Cunha, to United, who we'll talk about later in the video. So, losing your best player and your highest goal output from last season, a season where you already didn't do that well. And listen, I'm not privy to every single team's transfers and who they got to replace him and all that, but I'm pretty sure whoever they got is not going to come in and have that same impact as he would. So it's basically like being set up for failure. You know what I mean? You're going into the season, best player gone, leading goal scorer gone, you already struggled. Yeah, Wolves, you're going down, brother. Burnley. Now, the reason why Burnley went down immediately the first time they came up is because, they had gotten Company, and Company decided that, he wants to play the big expansive brand of football and all that, even as a smaller team without the players. And, you know, they got popped. It worked in the championship. It wasn't going to work in the Premier League. Right? They have a new manager now, Scott Parker, who did, because I think, yeah, how much did Burnley get 100 points in the championship last season? I don't know. But if not, they went close to it, right? So they got the same kind of output that they got from when Company had them in the championship. But they just played a more championship style of football, if you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So a lot more solid at the back, a lot more defensively sound. And I think that that's going to be much better for them in the Premier League. It's gonna suit them a lot more. But ultimately, I think talent and ability, I don't think their squad is going to be deep enough and solid enough to get them through. So they're going down. And then the last team I have, Brentford, listen, they lost their coach, lost their best leading scorer and best player in Mbeumo to United. Lost, basically, look like they're gonna lose Wissa at some point. Like, he's trying not to train and all that, you know what I mean? Norgard, he was like their captain, if I'm not mistaken, and main clog in it. So it's like, it's too much change. Too much change, too sudden. I don't think they're going to be able to survive that. So Brentford, Wolves, Burnley, that's the 3 relegated teams right there. So, moving on to who are going to be the 7 teams who don't get relegated but do not crack the top 10 in this season. And, you know, I had to sit and think about this one for a little bit. And this is in like no particular order because, like, again, if you finish outside of the top 10, who really cares what position you finished? And who really cares why you finished there? You know, you just finished there. So, teams I have finishing in the bottom 7 in no particular order, but I guess you could do it in order from relegation spot going up from 18, 17, yeah. So from 17 going up, right? I have Leeds, Sunderland, West Ham, Forest, Everton, Fulham, and Brighton. Now, I'll talk about some of these, why I have them. So, Leeds and Sunderland, obviously, you know, just promoted teams, so I don't think they're going to do great, but honestly, I picked Sunderland just off of vibes. Like, I've been liking the transfers they've been bringing in, you know what I mean? They've been bringing in a lot of African players too, so like, whenever AFCON comes, we're gonna see how that's gonna go. But, you know, I've been liking it, you know, vibes, you know, yeah, vibes. And it's like Leeds, it's like, I honestly don't really know much about Leeds. It's like, I don't really know what they're on, you know what I mean? Very big club, obviously, historically and all that, but I don't know, I just don't really think they're gonna do that well. It's like West Ham, they've been struggling. I don't know how much better they've gotten. Callum Wilson is a solid addition for them though. It's like Forest, losing a lot of good players, so losing Ilanga, that's gonna hurt them. I don't know who else has gotten, you know, picked off or who will get picked off before the transfer window ends, but, you know, that's always a thought there. And them having to play in the Europa League, I think is going to, on top of other competitions, I think that's going to have a very negative effect on them. You know what I mean? Having to know how to navigate and do that. Granted, their owner owns Olympiacos, who plays in Europe often, so he would understand and know what it takes, you know what I mean, from that perspective to compete in European competition while doing that. But yeah, Thursday night football, I think it's not going to do well for them. Everton, new stadium, some good signings. They got Grealish, they got Dewsbury Hall, but, you know, I still think ultimately they're mad light and not gonna have that much. It's like Fulham, that's, you know, that's baby Arsenal right there. Come and get Reece Nelson, you know what I mean? And we have Lakanga, you know what I mean? Listen, Fulham, y'all are good with me, bro. You know what I mean? So, y'all got credit with us, bro. Yeah, so y'all can come shop. That's all I gotta say for Fulham. Brighton, it's like, I don't know. They weren't as convincing last season, you know, and the typical thing of, you know, people are gonna come in and poach whatever player it is they want for them. And, you know, United are in talks, they're trying to get Belieber from them, you know? So I don't think it's going to be particularly that strong of a year for Brighton themselves on that front. Okay, now we're getting into the good shit. So now I'm gonna name the teams that I think will finish between 5th and 10th. Starting, you know, because we've been going backwards. So starting from 10 to 5th, and in 10th spot, I have the Cherries from the South Cork. Yeah, can't even talk English, yo. From the south coast of England, Bournemouth. I have them finishing 10th just because, you know, they did well last year. They did well. I think it was more so an evolution that they took where teams didn't really know what to expect from them. So it's like, now guys kind of know what to expect. You know what I mean? They've lost Hoyson. I don't know who else they've lost. I'm not really sure of their additions, but I just think that teams ahead of them are either better or stronger. So I have them in 10th. In 9th, I have one of my personal favorite teams outside of my team, obviously. Proper man them club, Crystal Palace. Now, I have Palace finishing 9th just because, you know, I do think that I mean, listen, they're probably going to lose Eze. They're probably going to lose Gehi, you know what I mean, at some point before this window ends, you know. There's a lot of speculation going on now. They have to play in Europe. It should be the Europa League, but they got demoted to the Conference League. That's going to take a toll on them, you know what I mean, especially squad size. But I still believe in a lot of players they have. I know they have good youth players in the academy that, if they need to step up, could step up, and I believe in their coach. Glasner is a very good coach. He's done it in multiple different scenarios, so I think that keeps them afloat right there in 9th. In 8th, I have Newcastle United. Listen, it's been an L transfer window for them. Newcastle's been getting bullied by everybody, Man United specifically, for targets, and Isak looks like he's dead serious, bro. Like, he looked like he's saying, yo, yeah, I'm out, I'm done, I'm trying to get out of here. So they're probably gonna lose him. It's not a good look. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean, Saudi money is Saudi money. And I think somehow Newcastle finds a way to keep themselves in the top 10 here at 7. In 6th, I have Aston Villa. Now, I have Aston Villa in 6th, basically because really they haven't been having that good of a transfer window. I really don't even think they've been doing much, because I think PSR has kind of been stifling them. They've been losing players, actually. They lost Jacob Ramsey literally like earlier today. The move was made official, permanent. You know, they're about to lose Bailey. So it's like they're losing like depth pieces to the squad. I don't really see that great addition that they have been making to be like, yo, yeah, but you know, Villa, they had a deep squad last year, and you know, Emery, I mean, fuck Unai Emery, but you know, he's still a solid coach. So yeah, Villa in 6th. No, 6th. 7. In 6th, I have the shitbags from down the lane, Tottenham Hotspurs, finishing 6th. You know, they got Thomas Frank now as a coach. You know, he's a good coach. You know, not great, good. You know, decent. They made some good signings. They need more signings though. You know what I mean? They 100% need more signings, creative signings at that. They've been linked with some people. that is good for them. You know, I mean, I'm hoping we beat them to Eze. Can't have that, but if they get Eze, that's a good signing. They're trying to sign Savinho from City. If they could pull that off, that's another good signing. I honestly, I don't really understand what's going on with City. Honestly, who may have talk about a little bit more later, obviously, but yeah. All things being said, I think Thomas Frank is going to have them organized enough and play a safe and solid enough style with the upgrading players he have compared to being at Brentford, to where I think, yeah, 6th is solid for them. And in 5th, surprisingly, I have Manchester United. Yeah, that's right, United fans. I'm saying something good about y'all. You know what I mean? Because, listen, granted, Spurs and United, they finished 17th and 16th last year, respectively. So where I have them now is like, it's a massive improvement for them compared to what they did last year. But with United, I just think, you know, them playing in absolutely no European competitions next season, them going out and spending money, admittedly, on a brand new front three. And, you know, it's a very talented front three. Now, how that's going to gel and mesh together and work, we'll have to see, you know. But, you can be a hater all you want. Like, I'm a big hater, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we still watch ball for the pureness of the sport. And I can't say I don't rate the moves that United made, you know what I mean? So I think it's going to be enough. And we'll see what this Ruben Amorim guy has made and is made out of. You feel me? But yeah, I think United, safe bet at 5th. And now we have the main event. Yep, the reason why we're here. Top 4. Starting from 4 to number 1. We're not even wasting no time on this. Number 4, I got Chelsea. Why do I have Chelsea there? Well, guess what? When you have spent close to $2 billion in 2 years on players, when you signed like over 40 different people, right? The minimum you could expect from them is to be able to finish top 4. And that's literally the only reason why I'm putting them there, is because, bro, if after the type of financial investment that's been made over these past 2 years, that's been made since their new regime had come in, if you guys can't finish in the top 4, then that's a straight, like really and truly, Chelsea should be challenging for the title, if we're being real, the type of investment that has been made. But we're not gonna talk about it, right? We're not gonna talk about it because, yeah, you know, it's not fun to troll Chelsea. So cool, right? In third place, I have the blue side of Manchester, the citizens, Man City. Now you might be looking and say, yo, H, City 3rd, really? All of the money with them spend? 300 million in a January, another 200 million in a summer. Them just signed Cherokee and this, that, and that. And I would hit back and say, that's exactly why I have them at 3rd. I think that while City has definitely strengthened and improved in a lot of areas that was necessary, right? There's so much change and movement that I don't think the synergy and the chemistry is going to be there and click. You know what I mean? Because this Premier League season is all about, and it's going to be all about the fine margins. You know what I mean? So those fine margins and those small details, y'all got to have them ironed out to maximize your ability. I don't think City is in the best of positions to do that. Rodri had another setback, so he's going to be out for some time. And we know, say, yo, he's like the key cog and backbone for them. So yeah, I think it's going to be another year where, yeah, City City finished, what, 4th last year? Was it 4th or 3rd? I don't even remember. But yeah, another year at 3rd for City. Number 2, I have the current defending champions who will not be going back to back. Liverpool. The reason I have Liverpool at second is a lot of the same as why I have City at third. Whereas the dynamic changes that have been made at City and at Liverpool, adding in just new pieces and trying to get those new pieces to now form together and get it. And like I said, you have to hit the ground running, point blank, period. I feel like they're going to be slip-ups from Liverpool, and I don't think they're going to be able to just run away with it this year. You know what I mean? There were already signs shown in the Community Shield, you know what I mean, by Crystal Palace themselves. So I have Liverpool second, which can only mean one thing. You already knew it. You were expecting it. Don't act surprised. I already hear you. I already hear you, but I don't care. Arsenal winning the league, baby. It's our year. It's our year. Why is it our year? Well, out of everybody in the top four that I just mentioned, I feel like we have the most continuity as a side set up, knowing exactly how we want to play, what we want to do. Now, we had new major additions too, right? Finally, get the number 9 or what we need, Gyökeres, right? We've replaced Partey with Zubomendi, you know what I mean? Which I think is an upgrade actually, but that's some talk for a different time. But ultimately, I feel like we have been poised to get there for so long, and it's just small, again, like I said, small minor details have kept us away from doing it and getting it done. And I feel like we've learned and evolved and gotten to a necessary level now where we have what it takes. We have what it takes to get it done, and we will get it done. But yeah, fam, that's just how I see the league going down. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, as much as I know ball, I don't claim to be a mystic, I don't claim to be a guru. Anything can happen. And before you say it, yes, of course personal feelings come into it. Personal feelings come into everything we do in life. You know what I mean? But I promise you I did this as objectively and fair and down the middle as I possibly could. You know? So that's my Premier League prediction. I don't know. Y'all tell me. What y'all think? Let me know. Am I bugging? Who's gonna win? Liverpool fans, let me know. If y'all going back to back. City fans, let me know. Was last year just a blip? And y'all back at it. Chelsea, is it your time? United, are y'all coming up? What y'all thinking? I'm gonna say tap in below and let me know. But peeps, that's all I got for this one, honestly. You know what I mean? I know this is gonna be much longer video than what I usually make. Usually the mad long videos I make are the vlogs and stuff like that. But like I say, you know, like we're testing the waters and always trying to advance and upgrade the content for y'all, most definitely. You see me? So again, people, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for making the algorithm know so y'all we're active like y'all always do, peeps. So I'm gonna leave y'all here on that one, peeps. Until the next one, continue staying safe, continue grinding, continue believing in yourself, continue being humble, continue loving those that love y'all, people. And until the next one, I'm out.